Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can install Boost library, of course for C++, using only CMake. We're going to use a CMake based package manager called CPM. Alright, so let's get started here. I have a little project here, nothing fancy. Alright, so the first thing first, I need CPM. So I'm going to look for CPM CMake. You could also search for my previous CPM tutorials, which is great. Alright, cool. So let's see what we got here. So adding CPM, you're going to go to the wiki here and you're going to copy this part of this. So this would basically copy download the CPM.CMake file. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So this would go ahead and download CPM.CMake. The next we're gonna need is we're gonna look for CPM CMake. Well, in fact, no, go to more snippets here and look for Boost. Okay, so here you could find all sorts of snippets to download install all sorts of libraries using CPM. All right, so we're gonna go to Boost here, and here you're gonna find this link, AddBoost.cmake. So we're gonna come here, and there we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add Boost CMake here first of all. So we're gonna copy that, and then we're gonna come here and add it. There we go. Cool. And then we're gonna add this to add Boost. And here you could basically say which Boost libraries you wanna install, basically. So here the Boost libraries that are not header only, and here header only components. Here is ASIO, Beast, UID, container, and Cobalt, and so on. And you just add Boost. Now this would add Boost. Of course, here you need to change this your target name to the target name, which is in this case it's our entitled to, or we could just say project name. And there we go. Next up, I'm just gonna make this refresh here, and it should go ahead. It would add Boost. As you can see, it's gonna take some time because it's gonna install the whole Boost thing. Of course, the libraries you're gonna need, but yeah. And of course, you could change the versions here, and also you have this Boost My Options. If you want like the Python extension stuff of Boost, you could add this Boost enable Python. In my case, I'm not gonna need it, but if you need it, you can add it. And yeah, here just like the Boost CMake version, and here we're downloaded CPM, and yeah, that's basically it. And now we're just gonna need to wait for it to download. Meanwhile, let's grab a little Boost example. So here I'm gonna look for Boost documentation first, and here's the documentation. Cool. Let's see the main. So here, like, you could find the documentation. So basically, Boost is like a collection of a lot of libraries. And by the way, like the STL of C++, like the standard library, actually starts here. You know, kind of like beta basically, and then some things from it get standardized, some things not. But yeah, like the Boost is always ahead of time. So there's all this sorts of cool libraries for all sorts of things. So here we have this. Let's see what we got here. Alright, I think learn, getting started. Okay, cool. So here you could find all sorts of things like for vcpkg. But the interesting things is the common scenarios here. You could look for scenarios of finance, like examples of finance, basically examples of networking, examples of simulation, examples of systems, and so on. But yeah, even some advanced scenarios like creating a database engine, creating a machine learning, metaprogramming, natural language, parallel computation, even quantum computing. General programming, exception safety, counted body, implementation variations, reduced dependencies, and all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, the generation is done here. Now it's basically indexing. It's gonna take a while to index all of that. So if you have a potato PC, you're gonna really struggle. Anyways, depending of course on the IDE, but anyway. All right, so let's look for an example here though. Let's just look for any example. So Boost.Asio example, for example. Example for example. All right. Let's see examples. All right, let's look for this one, for example. Okay, so there is a chat server, there's an echo server. Let's say, for example, echo server. And of course, we have already added ASIO in that CMake file. So we're just gonna copy this. I'm gonna come here, and there we go. Just paste that in. Of course, it's still indexing, so this wouldn't get properly, you know, outlined yet. But yeah, so we have here the headers, both ASIO, and here the namespaces. And there's this thing right here. We have awaitables here, basically asynchronous programming, right? So async read sum, co-await, listener, pretty cool stuff. Now if you basically run this, this should work now, even before. So of course it would just build the libraries first, and then you should be good to go. Perfect. Now of course, whenever you add something new from Boost, make sure you have it here. And okay, we have a little problem here for whichever reason, which is interesting. Let's try again. Oh my god. I don't want to use MinGW. It doesn't work for some reason. I forgot that. I'm just gonna go with like, where is it? Hold on. Let me look for the build tools here. Build tools. There we go. CMake. And I'm gonna use MinGW. Sorry. Visual Studio. Okay. So I'm gonna use MSVC, not MinGW. I'm not sure why MinGW doesn't work, but yeah. So let's try again now. So it's loading the CMake project. Oh, I guess it's still adding the package Boost now, but yeah. Let's have a look into the libraries meanwhile. We have accumulators, framework for incremental calculation, and collection of statistical accumulators, algorithm, a collection of useful generic algorithms, line, array, any, ASIO. Okay, build failed. Interesting. Let's try again. Okay, it's building. And I guess it's working now. There we go. It works. Allow for networking. And yeah, right now we have an echo server that you could use. Hello. I don't know how this echo server works exactly, but yeah, it works. Okay. So is the, I'm not sure if the indexing have, no, the indexing is still on, so that's why. But yeah, so that was it guys for this video. Thank you all for watching and see you next time. Goodbye everybody.